have a few more topics to cover in this last section of the training video. So the first one is off-limit dates. We kind of mentioned this a couple of sections ago. An off-limit date is a time where no hunting is permitted, either in a specific park, or it may be park-wide where there's no hunters at all in the field on a particular date. This happens very infrequently, but it can happen. I'll give you a couple of examples. There may be a park activity like the winter bird count that takes place in all of the parks. An email goes out with reminders, and the request is that you stay out of the woods with any hunting activity at all. We're not checking trail cameras, we're not rebaiting, we're certainly not hunting during that day or those days. Other times, something may happen during the year where a park official may have to go into a certain section. Maybe something needs to be repaired, maybe something has to be addressed. Again, very infrequently, but you will be notified and you will be asked to stay out of your section completely for that day, or in rare cases, maybe a couple of days in a row. So that's what we mean by off-season, or off-limit dates. Secondly, let me remind you about people you should call in the event of certain things happening. So we've talked about the park rangers quite a bit in this video. The park rangers are incredible partners and incredible advocates for this program. They are friends of the program, and they are incredibly instrumental when certain things come up. We talked about earlier in this video, if you happen to harvest an animal and the animal leaves the park boundary or even just the bow hunting boundary, remember that's where that park ranger is critical. If you happen to see something in your hunting section that looks odd, maybe there's been a lot of trash that was dumped, maybe there's some activity going on that seems a little bit odd to you, something feels out of the ordinary, the park ranger is a wonderful individual to call and explain that to. You can also call a park coordinator in that case. Lastly, with respects to the park rangers, anytime there's any scenario with a member of the general public, right? If you see a member of the public and you're getting out of your vehicle to hunt for the day, or you see a member of the public that questions you on your way in or way out of the woods, or even while you're hunting, without even thinking about it, pick up your phone and call those park rangers. They are best equipped to explain the bow hunting program. They are best equipped to diffuse any scenario that comes up. Please call the park rangers. If you have general questions about the program, how does it work? When do I get to scout? I've got a question about my park boundary. I'm unsure what the baiting rules or regulations are. You don't need to call the rangers, call us. Call the park coordinator, your bow hunting coordinator, a wonderful resource to answer all of those more general questions. And if you have any questions about the actual program itself, right? Why are the rules set the way they are? What might next year look like? Or you want to give feedback, you can give that to a coordinator, or you can give that to the individual that actually runs the park program, and his or her information is always accessible on the website. Lastly, we want to encourage you to have a good time. This is a recreational program. We appreciate you being here. The work you're doing is very, very important to maintain a healthy deer herd, a healthy population. We ask you to do it ethically, always, and we ask you to be safe. Thank you again for being a part of this program.